People, what's going on? What's going on? My God. What a world. People, you already know who it is. Your boy Bobby from Mentourme.com. Life coach, entrepreneur, investor. An individual teaching you the reality of life. Shout out to all of you who was on my live last night. Martha the boss is in the building. One of my mentees. I'm so proud of her mentally, man, and just many others who are trying to learn, who are trying to grow, who are trying to put themselves in positions to financially win. Today we're talking about several reasons why a lot of us can't save money. It's just the honest truth. And again, some of the reasons stem from exposure, lack of financial literacy. Some of us just simply live above our means, all right? Some of us just don't get paid enough. Some of us just don't care, right? And we got to really understand what's happening right now. We have an economy that is drastically changing where it's becoming unaffordable. It's so expensive to be alive. People got to really think about this. Your bills are accumulating every single month. And all these subscriptions are adding on to this accumulation, right? And you ask yourself, what do you have to actually leverage all these bills? The only thing some of you have is one job. And at the end of the day, you got to understand how much of a problem that is. We have millions of Americans who cannot financially survive today because it's not the simple fact of they don't make enough money. They don't know how to manage their money. And the only source of income that they have is these jobs. People, I want you to understand, these jobs are leaving you broke. Okay? These jobs are putting you in positions where you need them. You can't move any other way without them. And it's a sad situation because as we spoke about this last time, shout out to the Mike, the advisor, we was talking about this last night. Companies like Carvana fired, 2,500 people. Netflix just fired 150 people. Companies are firing their workers left to right. The question is, how do you survive when your bills are coming every 30 days, no matter what? People, this is going to be so imperative. The 27th, which is in 7 days, which is in 7 days, I'm doing a live webinar teaching you how to manage your money. And then from there, every Saturday, the first Saturday, you can now subscribe, right, to learn how to manage your money. Every month, I will be teaching you something different. How to invest into real estate, estate planning, the pros and cons about money, how to really deal with your financial situation. Because you got to understand, there's so many adults that's working check by check. They have nothing to show except a car, a job, and they're struggling raising their kids, sons and daughters, nieces and nephews, and they have degrees. And that's the sad part. You have degrees. Bachelors, masters, doctors, and you're financially working check by check. The problem is not just the job for some of you. The problem is that you don't know how to manage your money. See, I've learned that in life. We're going to first talk about problem number one, all right? We're talking about, for some of you that just got on, we're talking about how to manage your money. How do you save money? How do you put yourself in a position where you're going to financially grow? Because at a certain part of life, shout out to the brother who just called me and said, man, look, I'm 28 years old, which is a blessing. He said, I'm 28 years old and I'm trying to figure out what's my next step to life, man. I need a mentor, man. And somebody told me to make sure I call you. He said, brother, look, I need to know what's my next step in life. Just got this call before I got on this live. He says, man, what's my next step to growing? I want to get to the next level of life because life is not easy. I explained to him the cost of living. I explained to him, of course, in 7 days, I got a great $49 investment that some of you can make, which might change your life, where you can learn how to manage your money. I'm doing an 1.5 hour segment. I made sure I take time off on that night from 8 to 9:30. May 27th, I'm teaching you how to manage your money. For beginners, for intermediaries, if you're an expert, how to manage your money so you could have something saved. At this point of your life, for some of you who are in your 20s, late 20s, early 20s, early 30s, late 30s, early 40s, late 40s, early 50s, you should have minimum $20,000 to $50,000 saved. And that should be nothing to you. If you don't, that is a real problem. To be born in the United States of America, have a social security number. You've been living for 30, 35 years of your life and you have no savings. That's a problem. People, you got to understand, everything is about, it's your life. Nobody can force you to do anything. But at the end of the day, one thing I'm going to say in this live, as we start talking about real things, is this. Your choices you make today determines how you live 10 years from now. And a lot of you don't understand, some of the people around you, they've been struggling because, again, bad choices, bad decisions, putting their money into what we call wants, not needs. See, this country is based on understanding to sell you wants because they know you'll spend money quicker on something that you want than something that you need. They don't focus on these type of dynamics of life, talking about the reality, money management. Nobody really focuses on anything. Shout out to Earn Your Leisure. These young black brothers, they have I like their platform. These young black brothers are giving great information to individuals of our kind and many others, exposure to financial literacy for beginners. And this is a great thing for people who may not know the fundamentals. I think the Earn Your Leisure platform is a great platform that two black brothers share that really give great knowledge to inspire other people that want to grow in life. And it's important to understand, people, you need mentors in your life. You need guidance for some of you. You need to change your approach to life because some of you right now, it's pretty embarrassing to whatever degree you want to look at it. You don't have nothing saved. Some grown men right now have no savings. There's some grown men right now that have nothing to show for all their years of living. This is a real problem. And what's crazy is people are having kids with these grown men who don't have nothing to show. Women, it's crazy. We got grown women right now still complaining. The reason I'm struggling is because of this person and that person. People, you got to look at yourself in life. Money management is not taught in schools. Shouts out to our new governor, Ron. He's trying to, in Florida, he's trying to implement financial literacy inside the school system to really give these people some type of head start, especially these high school students. Because we got to look at life and understand the reality. If you're not saving money, which is the fundamentals of life, you're not investing. And if you're not investing, I mean, you're going to be working to the day that you die trying to finish paying these bills, which you will never. People, bills don't stop. They don't go away. You can have a home that's debt-free. I have property that I have no mortgage, and I still have bills. Bills don't stop. There's property taxes. There's going to be insurance. Insurance on your car, insurance on your health, insurance on your life. There's going to be gas. Gas prices to the roof. No matter how you look at it, people, you got to pay attention. Life is very expensive to all different dynamics of life. A lot of you don't understand just because you have some money, whatever that some money is, that does not mean you're financially free. It costs money to be alive. Bills are coming every single 30 months of your life, 30 days of your life, sorry. You got to ask yourself a question, how do I manage my money better? And that's why May 27th, for $49, I made it affordable. You might as well get on Mentourme right now and go reserve your online seat. You can watch it from the comfort of your living room. I'm teaching you guys how to manage your money. And then starting next month, every first Friday of the month, Saturday of the month, I'm doing a money management wealth group where I'm teaching you something about money every first Saturday starting next month. People, it's $99. I think it's imperative that some of y'all might want to jump on this because right now it's embarrassing to hear grown adults have less than $2,000 saved. And if that's the lifestyle you're living, that means you're teaching your kids that same lifestyle. We got to really think about this, people. Jobs are not solving problems. Robert T. Kiyosaki said this. He says at the end of the day, job stands for just over broke. And a lot of you are just over broke having a job, and you'll be broke if you left the job. And that's the problem. The question is, how do you solve this problem? You learn how to manage your money better. One of the biggest problems I see with a lot of people, you just don't know how to manage money. At a grown age, you still don't understand the difference of needs and wants. You need a car. You don't need a Mercedes. You need to wear a shirt. You don't need a Gucci t-shirt. You need certain things, but you're living a life of wanting everything. You're letting TV sell you on everything that's being, of course, sold on TV. You need a watch. You don't need the iPhone watch. You don't need the Apple watch. You just need a watch. You just need by theory, a fitness watch. You don't have to have a $300 fitness watch. See, this is the problem with us. We're always trying to fit in. So number one I want to talk about today is understanding needs versus wants. You need a car. You don't need to have a fancy car. You don't need to have a foreign vehicle. You don't always have to have that. For some of you, it's important to understand. Just focus on getting a car that you can afford. If you have to finance a vehicle that's affordable to you. Not that's affordable to the salesman that's trying to sell you. That's the problem with a lot of us. We go into these car dealerships. We're letting these car dealership reps sell us on what car they think we should drive. People, you got to have your own identity. What is it that you want? Not what they want. What is it that you want? What is it that you need? You need a car that's affordable, maybe $350 a month by theory. Why are you driving a car that's $650 a month, $700 a month? That's your problem. Some of you have $1,200 car payments just to be in a Range Rover. For what? 6 months later, the lights change, your car's already out of style. You already got the old model. Do you understand how embarrassing that is? 6 years, 5 years of you paying for a car in debt $100,000, and then at the end of the day, you don't even have a house to show. You don't even own anything. You're still renting an apartment, but you have a $100,000 car. Very embarrassing. But here it goes again. Our society, we want to fit in. So I've learned in life, problem number one, learning how to fix needs versus wants. And we're going to go more into that on May 27th when you guys come to my live webinar on money management. I'm going to be showing you guys a lot of how-tos, ways you can really step-by-step manage your money better. Because at the end of the day, the goal is to have $10,000 to maybe $50,000 saved minimum in 2 years. That's the goal for some of you. Number two, the reality is some of you just don't make enough money. No matter how you manage your money, you're never going to have savings because you just don't make enough money. I don't know if you want to hear the truth or not, but I'm going to give you the truth. Some of you at these $15 to $20 an hour jobs that ain't doing nothing for you. People, at the end of the day, you got to really understand something. The cost of living has gone up. Inflation has gone up. It's costing you more money to buy fish, bread, gas. It's costing more money for insurance, health insurance, car insurance, life insurance. What makes you think going to a job to get $15 to $20 an hour is going to solve your problems? Pay attention. You needed $15 to $20 an hour 15 years ago. Right now, that's not going to solve your problems, and a lot of you don't realize that. One of the problems you have is you don't make enough money. We spoke last night. We're going to talk more about that in the live webinar on this 27th. How can you make more money? What's some of your options? What's some of the tools that you can leverage? Number three, some of you just simply don't understand. You're living above your means. And this happens a lot because of a lot of reasons. Social factors. You're trying to fit in with your friends. Your friends get a new car, you want a new car. Your friends live in a certain neighborhood, you want to live in a certain neighborhood, knowing you can't afford it. Your friends bought a purse that they couldn't afford or probably got used buying a certain purse. You want to, of course, buy the same purse. People, at the end of the day, this is the problem I'm having with a lot of people. Learn who you are. You don't have to be a twin to your friends. You need to learn to have your own identity. Learn how to be you. Learn how to grow in your pace. Everybody's going to grow at different levels of life. It's not always going to be on the same pace in life. Right now, please tell me, why is it that a good 94% of Americans have no savings? Why is it that at least 94% of Americans can't stop working for not even 1 month? Some of you, if you stop working for 1 month, you would be off. You would be struggling. You would probably be going to a level of poverty if you stop working for 1 month. Imagine that. Some of you are 35, 40 years old. If you stop working for 30 days, you would have no savings. You would be struggling, begging for unemployment. How embarrassing. People, I'm always going to give you guys the truth. I'm not here to make you feel better. I'm here to give you guys the truth. And you can only change that by learning how to manage your money better. In your 30s, I would assume, if you're in your 30s, I'm 35. I would assume you got $50,000 saved. But I've learned it's not true. That's so far-fetched. There are so many Americans, millions of Americans, don't even have $10,000 saved. Don't even have $2,000 saved. They got to go to work every single week, every single day because they have no savings. And you would think in a country where there's opportunities, where there's tax returns and unemployment and a capitalistic country that gives you the ability to make money, some of you have no savings. Some of you think you're on top of the world with $10,000 worth of savings, which is another area of embarrassment. People, let me ask you a question, okay? For some of you that got $10,000 and you think you're the queen of the South with $10,000 in your savings account. Let me explain this to you. Right now, mortgages is roughly $2,000 a month, based on the size or loan amount you have. 5 months of a $2,000 mortgage, you're back to broke. You would be broke. Your savings would be depleted. Look at the grocery prices. Look at the gas prices. Look at your health insurance prices. Look at your car insurance prices. What makes you feel comfortable enough to have $10,000 in your bank account and think that you're going to be okay if we go into a recession, which we're going into right now? People, it may not be an aggressive recession. We're definitely going into it. This market's about to pull back drastically, and it's happening. You see the stocks down almost 80%, 60%, 90%, 40%. Crypto tanking like there's no tomorrow. Home prices to the roof. Barely any homes available for sale. Right now is a great time if you're a seller to sell your home, if you have the opportunity to. Because you could charge a person anything. They're going to pay for anything. Right now, if you have a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, you are amazingly in the best position of life right now. You could ask way over what you want for your house, and people are going to buy it because they need somewhere to stay. There's nowhere to stay when it comes, especially in Florida. Tri-County area, Miami, Broward, West Palm. Woo! Your house could be worth $700,000. You put it for $850,000. Somebody got to make an offer. No better time to sell, but for some of you, here's the problem. You can't buy anything because, one, your credit is not good. You have no savings. And you ask yourself this question. You've been struggling to save for the last 10. Some people work check to check. And they've been working check to check for the last 10 to 12 years. And nothing has changed about how they approach life. How do you think life is going to get better? Please explain that to me. You think you're going to pray and this life is going to magically get better with no application? You think you're going to do the same thing and expect different results? It's so embarrassing to see people. It's easy to understand the importance of putting money in makeup, cars, jewelry. But you tell them to put money in understanding how to manage your money better. They think twice. Why is millions of Americans struggling in a country of opportunity? Where we have a strong education system. We have people who have careers who make $2 to $1 million a year, $200 to $1 million a year. But we also have a different set of people who chose to take careers who paid them $30,000 to $80,000 a year. And then they get mad at the system. At the end of the day, if you went to school, got a bachelor's or master's degree, and you cannot save any money because you don't manage your money, you don't know how to manage your money, whose fault is that? The problem with people, we love to play the blame game. How are you 40 years old with no savings? Why are you working check to check and you were born in the United States of America with a social security number? Do you understand how embarrassing that is? That you've been living all these years, 40% of your years of life is gone. Out of 100, 40% of your life is gone and you have no savings. Here's your time to fix it, people. This is your time to fix it. May 27th, I'm doing y'all a favor, okay? Shout out to the people that's already, I know that's already going to be on that live, but I'm doing y'all a favor. I'm doing a $49 May 27th. That's in 7 days. Money management webinar to teach some of you how to manage your money. To teach some of you how in the next 1 to 3 years, you should have $10,000 to $50,000 saved if you could listen to me. But it's not just about saving. I need to also start teaching you about investing your money, some of your savings. Because some of you think you're rich because you got $20,000, $10,000 saved up. Here's the problem. If anything goes wrong, you're back to broke. Some of you right now, you're so broke, you can't quit your job right now. That's what's crazy. That's the craziest part right now. Some of you have to work at the company. Even if the company said, look, I'm going to decrease what I'm paying you by $4, you can't leave the job. Because you got so many bills up your ass, you don't know where to go. People, the truth hurts. But my goal is always to tell you the truth because I want you guys to get better. It's very embarrassing to understand that you've been born in the United States of America. You have a social security number. You've been in this system all these years of your life. And you're struggling when you should be living. You're surviving when you should be living. Why is it that you don't have $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 saved up for a rainy day emergency? Why is it? Is the jobs you're working for really solving your problems? The only thing that can really solve your problems, people, is changing how you mentally think. Changing how you mentally think. These jobs are keeping you broke mentally, physically, financially. And until you change your approach to life, a lot of you are going to be in this situation maybe till 60 years old. Some of you, your next position might probably be at Publix at 60 years old. If you don't start to change how you look at life. I'm meeting grown men, sitting down with grown men who don't have $5,000 saved up, but got 2, 3 kids. I'm meeting grown women who have 2, 3 kids, don't even have $2,000 to their name. That's embarrassing. You have 2 baby fathers or 1 baby father. You have nothing in your bank account and you have kids. You are still not managing your money. You understand how much of a problem this is, people? You're struggling in a world of opportunity. It makes no sense. You know why? Number 3 is, number 1, I get it. We spoke about a lot of you guys just don't understand the difference of needs versus wants. Number 2, some of you just don't manage your money, right? You're comfortable. You're very complacent. You got your job. The job pays you every 2 weeks. You haven't gotten a raise in maybe 5 to 7 years. You're probably begging for the company to give you a raise, hoping that's going to fix your problems. And I spoke about this before. Raises don't fix your problems. You do. Some of you get to these jobs, you get so comfortable. You're working for these companies, you put your legs up and get so comfortable. And think, well, at the end of the day, as long as I get these jobs, it's going to solve my problems. Playboy Izzy23 says, I guess he's saying, bruh, you can't always judge people about that because you never know what they got going on. It's not a judging thing, brother. Facts is facts. You can't tell a person you've been in this world 40 years, you only have $1,000 saved. What have you been doing for 40 years of your life? That obviously tells me the person's not managing their money or they're not exposed to financial literacy. See, I'm not just talking to tell people about their problems. I'm also here to teach you guys how to fix your problems. And how to fix it, you got to change your approach. You got to change your mindset. You might want to join my money management class so I can teach you how to look at life differently so you don't become that statistic. I'm not picking on anybody. I'm just telling you guys the honest truth. And the truth sometimes make you guys feel uncomfortable. I'm not here to make people feel comfortable. I'm not here to tell you, okay, if you keep doing the same thing, you're going to be all right. People, there is no excuse. If you're 40 years old, you only have $1,000 saved. There is no excuse to that situation, especially if you're born in the United States of America. Nobody can tell me there's an excuse to that. How can there be an excuse? There's always a job available for $10 an hour. That tells me a lot about your choices, your decisions, and how you manage your money. You cannot be 40 years old in this country. You don't have $1,000 saved. That is embarrassing. I don't care what nobody says. That's embarrassing. And the only way we can fix it is if people like myself and others who have good money management skills could give us advice to teach us how to get our situation better. Appreciate you, Playboy23. Appreciate the love. And he makes a great comment. I love his comment at the same time, too, because it's true. You can't judge people, but you can help them see things differently. But you first have to let people understand and realize what problems they carry. And the question is, I want to make sure, do they understand there is solutions? And that's what I want to bring to the table. I'm going to teach you guys how to fix your money management problems. I sit down with people all day long. I get calls all day long of people who book me. But I've learned a lot of people don't manage their money correctly. And they're still chasing needs versus wants. Oh, I like, okay, Playboy 20, she says, makes sense. Every man is for himself. If that's just the way they want to go, then we can't change them. Playboy, you're right about that. I like what he said. You can't change people. You're 100% right. I can only give you guys exposure to getting better. I can only give you guys exposure to understanding that you guys should try to do better. These are the options to doing better. And that's why May 27th, make sure you get on mentourme.com, get to the products tab, actually the store tab, and reserve your online webinar seat for $49 to learn how to manage your money. Too many Americans have no savings. The problem is, how do we fix it? How do we fix it? Why are you working check by check? We talked about it a moment ago. A lot of us, we still don't understand needs versus wants. You need a car. You don't need a Mercedes. You need a car. You don't need a BMW. Number two, we don't know how to manage money. A lot of us wasn't exposed to manage money. None of us, we don't have parents who teach us about managing money. So again, knowing that is true. There's a lot of people that's not going to manage money because nobody ever showed them the importance of it, why they're managing, how to manage it. That's what I'm going to be doing on the 27th, May 27th. Make sure you guys tune in. And of course, like I said, every first Saturday, join my money management club. I'm teaching you guys something. I'm teaching you guys how to manage your money every single month, something different. People, if you are an American, if you were born in America, if you are here in America now, and you are in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and you do not, especially if you're in your 30s, 40s, and 50s, and you do not have minimum $20,000 saved, that is a problem. That is a problem. And you might want to think about, how do I fix it? And that's what I'm doing for May 27th. Number three, is it true to believe who you hang around makes a difference to how you spend your money? Social factors, 100%. Really think about that for a moment. Is it true to believe who you hang around makes a difference to how you spend your money? Because a lot of you have this thing where you're trying to fit in. Social media makes you feel like, I want to be like him. I want to be like her. Social media also makes it seem like there's no bad days in life. Social media also makes it seem like nobody's struggling in life. People, I'm going to tell you something. If you don't start to understand the truth, there is a lot of people on social media that's faking every part of their life. People, social media is a facade. There is multi-millionaires struggling in this country. And if they're struggling, I know the poor is struggling even more. Because the poor is not exposed to certain things that they should be exposed to. And this is why, and this is why I feel I need to do my job in life, which my job is educating you guys, hoping that you guys understand the importance of changing your mindset and your approach to life. You cannot be an American in this country, have a social security number, been raised in this country, born and raised, you have everything that you ever worked hard for in this country, and have no savings. Let me see. Playboy 23 again. I'm only 19. I work 6 days out of the week. It's hard, but I got too much pride to be sitting around wasting time. I love Playboy 23 already. This guy's a young brother. He's a young guy. A young guy that's 19 years old. He already realized that, hold on, I'm working 6 days a week. He already realized it don't make sense. But you know what's crazy is I'm not even worried about him, because him watching my lives and continuously learning, I'm not going to be surprised 5 years from now, that boy's going to be a monster. Because he's going to look at mentally, he's going to look at life differently. But for you that's 40 years old, 35 years old, 38 years old, you don't have savings, where are you spending your money? When you get paid every week, where are you spending your money at? What you doing? You still doing the old-fashioned concept of life? Once you get your paycheck, pay bills. That's what we're taught in this world. Once you get your paycheck, pay bills. Nobody talks about, once you get your paycheck, save first, then pay bills. That little adjustment makes a difference. A lot of you, all you know how to do is get your paycheck, pay bills. Nobody talks about get your paycheck, save first, pay bills, Invest. Who talks about that to you? That's the problem. This is why a lot of us, we don't understand why we don't have any savings. Some of us don't find saving important. Some of us don't understand that it's a mental lifestyle to the day that you die. A lot of you don't understand, why do you save? Tomorrow an emergency can happen. Do you have $10,000, $20,000 rainy money? Do you have $5,000 rainy money? It's an emergency. You need $5,000. Do you have it? Would you be able to spend $5,000 and not feel no way? Some of you right now, if something happened tomorrow, it's sad, but it's the reality. If something happened tomorrow, some of you wouldn't know how to react if it was a $5,000 situation. And that's pretty embarrassing to be a United States citizen, born in the United States. You have a social security number. Some of you have 2 or 3 degrees, went to college. You were very book smart. Oh my God, always getting A's. And in high school, you was an AP student. You was an honor roll middle school student. You had all the credentials, but then real life hit you. You don't know how to survive. That's the problem with this world. A lot of us were so book smart. Got the best vocabulary. We know all the dictionary words. We got a doctor's degree, master's degree, bachelor's degree. The question is, how come you're financially struggling? Why is that? How come that common sense you have when it comes to passing a test don't come into practicality in real life? Because nobody taught you. Because you're around the wrong people. Because you love spending on the wants versus needs. Because you don't know your whys in life. Because some of you just want to stay broke. Because some of you are comfortable making excuses to yourself and you're the only one that believe it. Because that's all I know. Because I don't want to change my approach to life. And this is what I'm saying, people. May 27th. Go ahead and get on Mentourme.com. It's $49. I did you guys a favor. I made it very affordable. Go reserve your seat to come learn from me, myself, and I, teaching you how to manage your money. And I also have on that website, you can subscribe for $99 a month if you would like. Every first Saturday, I'm teaching you something way different on how you can make money so you could be a 7-figure net worth individual. My goal in life is never to make you feel better. I love all of you. Some of you that I have never met, I still love you. But my goal in life is teach you the truth about financial literacy, about wealth. At the end of the day, life is not just about making money. It's about the mindset and how you approach life. Staying humble, staying disciplined, having people love you, and understanding to prepare yourself for an opportunity. That's why I spoke a couple weeks ago. I did a video on how to prepare yourself for if this market crash. I told you guys, make sure you have your credit together, make sure you have savings. But the problem is, a lot of you, I got to focus on that savings for a moment. A lot of you don't have savings, and that's a real problem. You're chasing people on social media. You're chasing wants when you know you have necessities that you need to take care of. Some of you don't even have life insurance, but you got insurance on your cell phone, which is embarrassing. Some of you drive the most expensive car, got the newest model of a car, always leasing, but you own nothing. Got the newest Nikes on, but you're working check to check. The question is, who's really winning, Nike or you? And at the end of the day, if you die tomorrow, all these material things you bought, who's benefiting? Really think about that. A lot of you don't like to think about death, but death is real. One thing we all know in common, none of us live forever. If you die tomorrow, especially if you have kids, what did you leave behind for your children? A car? Debt? Excuses? 2 degrees that didn't get you anywhere? What did you leave for your kids? People, a degree, and I'm going to say this again, a degree does not solve your problems. It just gives you an opening door to getting into these companies to build a foundation. But the moment some of you go into these companies, all you do is put your legs up and think that, okay, life is perfect. And you wonder why you're struggling. I have clients who make $150,000 a year struggling. I have clients who make $40,000 a year struggling. I have clients who make $30,000 a year have $20,000 saved. Wow, what a coincidence. The person who makes the least amount of money has the most saved, while the person who makes $150,000 a year have nothing to show. I wonder why. People, make sure you tune in every Tuesday night, every Thursday night. I'm talking about real life topics on my live. As you guys know, every Tuesday night, every Thursday night, I'm live on YouTube, IG, Facebook, teaching you guys the reality of life. Next week, I will be talking Tuesday night. I will be talking about Young Thugger, right? And Gunna. These are rap artists who have Grammy Award winning nominations when it comes to the music industry. They're now arrested on RICO charges. I never met these individuals, but I'm going to talk about what I do see in the community when it comes to life. One thing they did have in order was the perception of a lifestyle. Now they're behind bars, maybe facing some real time. And you ask yourself, how did this happen? Why are we not changing our dynamics? Why are we not disciplining ourselves when we make money? Why is it that we always have to show off? Next week, Tuesday, this is your boy Bobby from Mentourme.com. I'm going to be talking about Young Thug and Gunna and their RICO charges and what could we do differently as a culture to not put ourselves in these type of situations. Make sure you tune in. Get on Mentourme.com. Go reserve your seat May 27th, $49, teaching you how to manage your money. For a lot of you who are working check to check, they have no savings. They're trying to figure out what's next in my life. Sign up today. Go get your seat. I will see you guys next week, Tuesday. And, of course, May 27th. Mentourme.com. Playboy23. Appreciate the love. Thank you for all the compliments. Thank you for all the statements for all of you. Appreciate all of you for watching my lives every single day, every time I post. Mentourme.com. Share, subscribe on my YouTube channel. Go to my, of course, Spotify and subscribe to my Spotify. Love you all. If you want to book sessions, feel free to book sessions like many others. Or you can, of course, join my $99 a month every first Saturday Money Management Club, teaching all of us at the same time. You get to answer questions and learn how to make money, how to manage money. Mentourme.com.